Welcome, everybody. Tonight, I'm Dave Stoma. I'm Dave Stoma every night. But tonight, we're going to talk about MLMs, multi-level marketing, franchises, or do you start your own business? Which one's best for you? And when's the right time to do that? So we'll see you after the intro. Multi-level marketing. That's your LuLaRoes. Every year there's something new and different and better and better and better. It used to be, back in the old days, I remember Tupperware. Does anybody have any Tupperware? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Tupperware was a big one back then. What else was back there? Avon. Ding dong. Avon calling. That was an MLM, right? You got people to sign up under you. If they had, their sales counted towards your bonuses or your sales, however it was set up. And then we got where they were called pyramids. And oh my gosh, that's awful. There's pyramid. And then people were figuring out that a pyramid was basically like a business. You have a boss, you have some management, and then you have a whole bunch of workers. What does that make? That makes a pyramid. Yeah. So, but the people at top can't be the only ones that make money. You got to make money along the way. And so the common denominator between all three of these MLMs, multi-level marketing, franchises, and startups are that you're all going to have to sell a product at some point. Someone has to sell a product. So with the multi-level marketing, you have your LuLaRoes. Ember sells LuLaRoe. I have to full disclosure. So you're buying a product. It's a kind of a unique way of doing it, but it's same. Mary Kay would be the same. You buy the product, and then you find ways of marketing it to people, your clients, and then in the meantime, you're gonna recruit people to sell that love the product, and they're gonna sell underneath you. And then some of their residual sales come up to you, and so on and so forth, and it goes up the chain. So if you're one of the first members or salespeople for a certain company, that would be a prime time, because you're always going to be towards the top. As long as you stick it out, as long as you have persistence, you're going to be the ones at the top. And so I like the little graphic though. There, which one am I? Cool, crazy, clever, giggly. But so which one are you going to be? Which one is going to be the right one for you? We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But so multi-level marketing is going to be you get in. It may be a slight fee to get in. You're not going to be paying a franchise fee down the line. You're buying the product and reselling the product. And hi, Rosette. And that's how on a multi-level marketing thing. Now, franchises are going to be your McDonald's, your Wendy's, your, I'm trying to think of other franchises that are not food. A lot of food franchises out there. Papa John's, there's, different ones that way. A lot of pizza joints in that too. Subways are franchises, but the franchises now you have more money that's going to be involved. Now they're going to go into strength. In insurance, Allstate is basically a franchise. You have to put up so much money to buy into something. FedEx is similar as far as that goes. You're buying a route. So you have to purchase the truck, you have to maintain the truck, and when you're done, when you want to retire, you can sell your route to someone else. So FedEx is a type of franchise too. Now, when you pick a franchise, as well as a multi-level marketing aspect, one, it's got to be something you're passionate about. If you don't like to drive why would you buy a route for FedEx, right? If you don't like leggings or clothing, why would you join LuLaRoe? There's a travel one that's out there too, a multi-level marketing one for travel. So it's like, if you don't like to travel, why would you join that one? Oh my gosh, I could get in and I have all these friends and I don't have to do anything and I'll just network. No, eventually you have to sell a product. So that's the first thing that I tell anyone, is make sure it's something you're passionate about. I'll get into that a little bit later in the program, but whether it's a franchise or a multi-level marketing, the other aspect is, with a franchise, you're going to pay them a fee. So there's more money involved for the franchise owner. But you're going to be finding something like, if you open up a Subway restaurant, you're right away, there's credibility that's built up there. People know the name. You're going to probably get people that are Culver's. There's going to be people that are lining up to go to Culver's. You build up a buzz as they're building it. Oh, the Culver's is coming in, as well as, a lot of food joints and that are going to be that way. So you build a buzz. Now, as in opposition to that would be the startup. Start your own business. Now, I could start a sub place and I could just get it out and say, hey, I'm better than Subway subs. I'm going to start my own. It's going to be Dave's Subs, the greatest subs you'll ever have. And it could work, but no one's going to know my name. So you could then, Dave's Subs, and get out flyers and start advertising and doing marketing. So you're going to have to do even more marketing. You're not going to have a parent company that's going to do national marketing or regional marketing for you. I know one in our area was, hi, Todd, how you doing? How you doing, Todd? So one in our area was like Sonic. When that started moving west, and then there was a couple of, there was a one gentleman that purchased one of the franchises. And then as that name grew, you have Sonic that was doing more and more commercials in the area. Now, they do that on twofold. One, they want more people to buy franchises from them. So they market it, they make it popular, and people are going, where can I go to Sonic? It looks like a cool experience. People are going to be bringing out the food. It's like the old time experience and everything. I talk into the little speaker there. They come out and they serve me the food. So that, it creates a buzz and people start doing that. So then people that have enough money or can have enough backing would be then interested in purchasing another franchise. Or that person that has one restaurant now will have multi-restaurants. And anyone that's in the restaurant game goes, you don't just make a lot of money off of one, you have to have multiple locations. Then you're going to do a lot better. You're going to actually get more income that way from doing it. And you get better and better the more you open, right? Hopefully. Jimmy John's is another one. A lot of food franchises out there. But those are another ones out there. Now, as in opposition to that, you could start your own. No one's going to know your name, but you could probably do it better. You have the let's go back to the originator, McDonald's. The McDonald brothers started the restaurant. They had a great business. They had, I think, 2 locations at that time. They're really good at the product end of it. They sucked at the marketing end of it. So a gentleman that sold them shake machines called Ray Kroc then offered them and said, hey, hi, Gulliver, came and said, hey, what do you, how about me buying into this? I think you got a great thing going here. What about me buying into it? And then they talked to him and it wasn't a good fit. And he said, well, that's great. Then I'll just buy you out. How's that? Okay. So they sold him the name, all of that good stuff. And then he took it to the level that it was. Now it's kind of going downhill because there's more competition. People took that model and they ran with it. They, and now you have the Wendy's that are franchised. Like I said, the Subway, all those different restaurants are franchised. And eventually you have so much competition that if you don't just keep upping your game, if you just stay stagnant, you're going to start dying out. And that's why this year I think McDonald's is closing like 700 stores. Now, imagine if you bought franchises from McDonald's. Right now, they're scaling back because the owners were like, this dollar menu thing, I can't make money on this dollar menu thing. It's just bringing people in to the restaurant or to the restaurant, and people don't go in the restaurant anymore. So they're not going to linger and buy more things and be there for a longer period of time. The drive-through is really where they make their money. So they have to crank that out fast, and they try to suggestive sell you through a speaker, which is not going to work as effectively. So you have all those things in line. So imagine if you had a McDonald's franchise and now it's starting to implode and die out. Now you're stuck. You're kind of stuck there. So maybe it would have been better to have you start up your own and you still have your one, right? Or maybe you grow. All of these started as a startup. Now, multi-level marketing, that may be a better way for some of you because of it's easier to get into. It's easier to, there's not as much overhead. Maybe they know the name. Maybe you're going to be helping them build the name. So which one do you think would be right for you? Let's talk about that. So which way do you go? Do you go with an MLM? Do you go with a franchise? Do you go with a startup? The first thing is going to be passion. And I mentioned that earlier. It's got to be something you're passionate about. I'm not going to be selling Mary Kay makeup. I don't wear makeup. So why would I sell Mary Kay makeup? Now, that's not going to be a passion to me. I'm not going to sit there and go, hey, let's have a makeup party and go there. Now, if you don't, and I've seen this, I've seen people, when I had a retail store, people would always come into us that sold Mary Kay or something like that. And, hey, can I put a box on your counter and give away a free facial or free makeup session, blah, blah, blah. And I'd look at them, I'd be like, you don't wear makeup. Why are you selling Mary Kay? Or why are you trying to sell Mary Kay? Why are you investing in something that you're not even passionate about? And that's the first thing you have to look at. What is your passion? Because if you like to put in paver patios, hi Todd. If that's your forte and you're really good at it, then it would make sense to buy like a paver franchise or something of that sort where you can expand what you're doing. You can get a discount more and things like that. That would make sense, but it wouldn't make sense to start selling Mary Kay or something of that sort. You need to look at where your passion is. Like I said, with multi-level marketing, if your passion is going to be clothing, there's a lot of them out there. Now there's a lot. It's not just Tupperware and Avon anymore. It's you have LuLaRoe, you have different things of that sort. And if those are within your branding, and as well as there's upper end multi-level marketing too that's in there. And so if that's within your if that's within Todd gave me the thumbs up. If that's within your realm of expertise or your passion, then do it. If it's upper end, find an upper end MLM or a franchise where you can, have control. The biggest aspect in any of these, whether you start your own business or buy into a franchise or go with an MLM, the biggest aspect to any of these is that you're doing something and owning your own business. You're taking control of your income. You're taking control of your life. And it's got to be, you have to have the buck stops here mentality, because you have to be able to make decisions, and know right or wrong, I made a decision. And if it's something that didn't quite work out, then that's going to be called learning mistake, right? You made a mistake and now you're going to learn from it and not make it twice, or learn how to do it differently, learn how to negotiate that contract better. You think that you didn't quite do it right or something, or you didn't quite get the deal that you wanted. But that's you find the passion that you have for there. So don't sell Mary Kay if you don't wear makeup. It just doesn't make sense. I don't care who you are. You're not going to have the passion. You're not going to be the one that zooms up the ladder and does really, really great with this product or whatever it is. So, and then secondly, now the networking comes in where you get the people to sell with an MLM to sell underneath you. So now you're passionate about it. You lead by showing how well you're making money at this. You're doing, well at this. And when you go to the meetings, they're always going to be like the 3 people up on stage that make $10,000 a month. And look at their contract. Some of these contracts from years ago, the Amways, the different ones that were out there, when you looked at the bottom line of that contract that they had, some of them were like the average person made $1,200 a year. Well, that's not going to be what you want. You're looking for this to be something that's going to make you, put the icing on the cake. It's going to be either a part-time job or a full-time job or full-time income that it's going to replace. And if you want to replace your what you're doing with a full-time income, then it's got to be something you're really passionate about, and you're going to make that choice, and then you're going to give it 110%, and you're going to zoom up the charts just like them, and you're going to make that $10,000 a month or whatever it is, whatever number you choose. So find something you're really passionate at. Okay, and do it. You can do it real easily. You can make the money. You can do all that stuff, but it comes from loving the product and then loving the people around you. And then you start to network, and the people then come to you, basically. I mean, really, they see how well you're doing. They see how much fun you're having at it, the enthusiasm that's there. And then that's going to bring the people to you for recruitment. I hate any of these travel ones that give me your list of Facebook friends and I'll go down and call all of them. It's like, why? They don't know you. Now I'm going to be the bad guy that I gave you the list, and now I lost all these friends of mine because you called my friends and said, Dave's a really nice guy and he told me wonderful things about you and you should really join our world travel thing. Well, you don't travel, so why would you do that? So there you go. That's really the bottom line of that. Find something that you're passionate about, you're enthusiastic about. Find something that you love to do and then do it. That's where you pick between. And if you don't have the money, franchises are going to cost you a lot of money. You have to put money up because they want to know that you're not going to just close it down in a year. You're going to have a 3 to 5 year contract for initially. You're going to have some bonuses generally to get you started. A lot of times they throw in bonus. If you hit this level, you're going to get a bonus in that first year, next level, and up, because they want you to hit those numbers initially and then start really revving it up and making some money. So you want to look at those, but it's going to, the initial cost, the initial amount of money that you have to have in your bank and that to support yourself is going to be, up there. I would say probably $100,000 cash in the bank minimum, plus you're going to be buying, it depends upon the franchise and that, and it depends upon the year. Hi, Kathy. It depends upon the type of franchise and where they're at financially too. Right now, I would guess a McDonald's franchise is probably lower than it was 10 years ago, but you're going to have a lot more money up front for the franchise fee, things of that sort, and to put back in. MLMs, not as much money. You have to buy product. There might be an initiation fee or initial fee that they put in there, but a lot of times it's just the buying of the product that's there that you have to do, and then you have to learn how to turn that around. Startup, now you're starting from scratch. If you're going to start your own business, couple of things. One, go work in that industry and learn. If you're going to start a Culver's, like way back when, how did Culver's start? He had McDonald's franchises. He learned the ropes from McDonald's. Then his parents had a little mom and pop thing in up here in Wisconsin, Sauk City, Wisconsin, and came back. And that's how it was all started. So then he took the concept of franchising those out, and he started going, we can do this way at a different, we're not going to be the fast food. We're going to be good food fast. That was his big thing. You know, we're going to have quality food fast. And so that was how the whole Culver's thing kind of evolved that way. But that's how he learned. He learned the business from McDonald's. Same thing here. I'm going to tell you, if you're going to do your own startup, and you want to get that going, go work within that industry, go work someplace that's there, learn the ropes, learn everything about it, either by ownership or by management, or work everything. You know, if you're going to be the one at Culver's, you want to know what it feels like to do the fries. Yeah, Undercover Boss, that's a great show on that aspect. Learn the ropes, know what you're going to do. And then, you know, then you can go and start your own, you know, get the money backing, or have, you know, make the money along the way and save it up and have the backing of that sort, or build your credit up and then get the backing that way. Depends upon what it is. Long ago, I started a resale clothing store and had that for 13 years and then sold that off. So I loved retail. It was a great way to start it. And then throughout the years, we found different discount places where we could buy aftermarket returns, things like that were not, you know, damaged or anything, but we could get returns from like Macy's and things like that were there, and we upped the grade that was within our store that way, and then we made more of a profit that way. So, hi Ann, how you doing? So that's that, you know, there's different ways to do that. So I found it that way, and then I had that clothing store for 13 years and was pretty successful at that, and then sold that off. So, and then brought me here to you. Wow. Isn't that wonderful? So now we want to examine, so we looked at what an MLM is, we looked at franchises, we looked at starting up, and then what one might be a good fit for you. We discussed a few of those things. So let's look at the final aspect of when is the right time. When's the right time to start this? Spring is upon us. If you're seeing this later in the year or something, because these are always on my YouTube channel. And at the beginning, if you're watching this on Facebook, at the very beginning of comments, I put a little link there. You can sign up for my email list and get the latest of when we're, you know, get reminders of when we're on and everything. But here it's springtime now in Wisconsin. Springtime in Wisconsin. How to know when to start planting your garden, because that's what you're doing when you start a business. You're planting the seeds, and just like planting a garden, you don't just plant a garden and go, it's going to come, here it is, and you stare at it and go, wow, it's coming up, it's growing, it's that, and like within hours, all of a sudden you have this money tree. It's not going to happen. You plant the seed, you have to fertilize it, you have to tend it, you have to pull the weeds. You know what those weeds are? Your bad thoughts, your negative thoughts. You're going down the road going, was this the right thing for me? I haven't seen a client in 2 days. Oh my gosh, did I pick the right thing? Am I on? You know, that's what the weeds are. You got to weed your mind a lot. If you have those negative thoughts, just think of it that way. Just pluck those weeds. Gone. Weeds are gone, okay? So when is the best time to start? Right now. Today. Whatever you do 3 things towards your goal. I had a little kick in the butt today, and I jumped up my game, and I did 3 things that made a major, I think, at least it made a major thing in my attitude. But I definitely had a major jump up in attitude, enthusiasm, and all that good stuff. So I did my 3 today to jump up my business, and that's what you got to do, whether it's starting. If you're starting or if you're a franchise, it could be like you're going, hey, franchise sounds the way to go. Okay, start getting, you know, Franchise Magazine. Google franchises available in Wisconsin. There's going to be a lot of them. Trust me, there's a lot. From from rodent killers or pest control, whatever you call that stuff, to probably, restaurants, to subways, to whatever, all different things. Oil changing places, all those things are franchises. So you're going to get a whole list of those and what it costs to buy into those things. Senior care. There's a lot of franchises for senior care that's out there that goes, in-home care, things of that sort. That might be something that you look into now. That's going to be a growing commodity. But start today. Look those up. MLMs. If you're thinking, I don't have the money for a franchise, I don't have the knowledge or the right now for a startup, I don't know what I really want to do. Maybe an MLM is really the right thing to do, and then start looking into those. Facebook, oh my gosh, Facebook, there's a ton of MLMs on there. It's like people that are always, Ember has LuLaRoe, that's, the leggings, extra soft leggings and tops and dresses and all that good stuff. And she does quite well at that, but that entails, and everyone's different, she'll do some in-home parties she does where she just lists it on her that private Facebook page and all that good stuff. And sells it that way and does a great business that way. But there's different MLMs that are out there. So first, find your passion. If maybe it's makeup, maybe it's Mary Kay, maybe that's what you want to do. So then Google Mary Kay consultants in my area and talk to them. Talk to a few people. Now, bear in mind when you go with an MLM, and I would always first investigate multiple people that. Hit the mic. Multiple people in your area that sell it or are doing well with it, and ask them about it, because they're all going to want to recruit you probably, but find a person that you click with, because that's what's really going to be the success, the idea to the motivator, or that's going to be your inspiration for success, is someone that you can communicate clearly with. I would not probably do well with someone that is way younger. I'm 53. If they're way younger and they, because when I was 20, I was a spitball. I was just like on fire, el fuego. And it's like you couldn't tell me right from wrong. I knew everything. Now I'm 53 and I know that I know nothing, and everything changes constantly. So, who is that going to be, that motivator that's going to, like, when you're a little bit down, when you got those weeds growing in your brain, you're going to pluck them out. You want somebody you can text, you can call, you can get on a call with, or something that's going to just, start plucking those weeds out of your brain for you. Going, hey, no, stick in there. Persistence is the way. We can do this. You got this. You had a great week last week. Don't be down this week. Celebrate. Enjoy it. And so those, so now is the time to do it. Now is the time to start. Plant those seeds now, because they're going to start to come into fruition next fall, this summer. How fast? It just depends. It depends upon how many seeds you plant, and how well you fertilize, and how well you weed. That's really the key to starting any business, whether it's an MLM, a franchise, or a startup. They're all great for someone, and I have no particular thing. I personally am always like, I like the startup thing. I like to be my own boss. A franchise, they're going to have some rules, regulations governing things, and sometimes it's like I may not agree with the way they want to run stuff. Other people, franchises are great. If you just have the money and the means and you looking for an investment, that could be a way. Otherwise, I would still say passion. If you don't like hot dogs, why would you buy a Sonic? Personally, I'd be like, don't drink that soda. I'd be the world's worst bartender. I could never own a bar, because I'd be the one going, you've had a drink now. You've had one beer. You really shouldn't drink another one. You're driving home in an hour. Maybe have a glass of water. I'd be the worst bartender. Worst. So I would not be the one to buy a franchise of Fuddruckers or something like that as a franchise, because I'd be the one talking them, out of things. So start now. I'm going to recap everything, and our half hour is done. Man, I could talk for hours. Yeah, I know. Todd or anybody that knows me is like, yeah, he can. Start now. pick one of those. Start your own business. Test the waters. There's no such thing as failure. There's only a learning experience from it. So you're going to learn what you did wrong or what you didn't like or something like that. And sometimes these, MLMs and franchises, McDonald's closing 700 stores, right? Some of the times they go away and they implode on themselves. So, pick one, do it. Having your own business is going to bring you the most joy in your entire life. It'll bring you frustration. It'll bring you anxiety. It'll bring you things like that. But the highs are the highest you'll ever be than as opposed to working for someone else. And there's no guarantees with working for someone else anymore. So I'm going to go start now, pick one of those, try them out. And beyond that, click on my link. I'm going to have it here on the edited version. So in about an hour from now, you'll get the edited version on the Facebook page and on YouTube. Todd says, no. And go on there. Otherwise, in the comments section, you can click now. I'm done talking. Click on there, sign up for the email list, and then you'll get those reminders. Those are very vital. So you can see when I'm on next. Otherwise, I'll see you here next Tuesday, 6:30 Central Time. Enjoy your week. It's going to be beautiful, and spring is here. Love is in the air. Have fun. See you later. Bye. Bye-bye. See ya.